I mean, some are going to get it, and some it's just going to go over the head, and that's fine too, or if they're not paying attention and enjoying their drink, that's fine too, But sure, you want to connect with the audience. You want to make them feel what you're conveying,
Where the message is.
Yes.
Okay. So you're currently writing now, and you're keeping mainly towards the metal?
Well, I've written so many songs over the years. It's from ballads to rock to metal. I sit down and I start playing the guitar, and wherever it takes me, that's where I go. But for the most part, yeah, it's more catered to the metal.
And that's the most of the bands you play with?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Okay.
More
so
metal.
More the take that you want to do. Do you enjoy singing more, or do you enjoy playing an instrument more?
I love singing. It's not really my strongest point, but
so you got that front man persona?
Sometimes, like one of my favorite bands is Mastodon, and they have, well, until recently they lost one of their main lead guitarist, and he was a singer as well, but they equally split up the vocals between the drummer, the bass player, and the guitarist. And I loved how every song was different, The drummer might sing the whole song, or the bass player might sing most of it, or they might just split it up into 3 parts, to where a verse is the guitar player, the chorus is the drummer, and the bridge is the bass player, or whatever. But I love the dichotomy between all 3 of them, and just taking a song and letting it, basically, whatever the song needs, that's what they would do,
Okay.
And that's kind of
wanting to take your new project that you're figuring?
Yeah. I kind of do, I don't want to be the lead vocalist all the time, but I want to put in my fair share, So, I mean, as far as the songs go, a lot of times I write most of the song, and I try to contribute lyrically, or with the melodies or whatever I can. But sometimes when you're writing the guitar to a song, you're not. Once you get the song done, you don't really hear any vocal melodies, and you spring it on somebody else, and they're like, "Well, I hear this, or I hear that," and then that kind of opens a new door for you. Versus,
or the next person can pick up.
Yeah.
This is what I've got.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else, like you said, somebody else will hear something else. What? I can come go in here.
And you can work off of each other, and have that balance back and forth. And that's the way I like to write. But a lot of times over the years, I would just write a song and try to force something. It's like, well, actually, maybe I should pull back here and get some input from somebody else, and then try to take that and apply it and just see where it goes.
Now, I know you've written, and you've actually had one to be nominated for quite a few awards in the time.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you write that for?
I didn't write it really for anybody. It was kind of it was kind of a religious song, because basically it's, what happens after you die. So you're going through a tunnel, and you see a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're making your way towards it, but you don't really know what's there. And then the end of the song, it's really the surprise reveal.
Were you just going through a period, and it just came to you?
Well, I actually had it written for a couple of years, and then one day I was like, maybe once he gets to the end of the tunnel, then they open the gates, and like you're in heaven.
Okay.
They're opening the gates, and they slam shut behind you, and you realize that you're not in heaven, you're actually in hell. So it's trickery,
Right.
once you get to the end of it, so.
Yeah. And do you feel that's, because I know it's been a couple of years since that was written and put out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel that it's something that it'll resonate with everyone for a lifetime. someone else listens to it, and I'm like, this is great. So I'm really excited about your new stuff, and your new projects that you've got coming up. And you don't have a name for it or anything like
Yeah,
that.
we're still bouncing around names. We can't all agree on one yet, but once we do, then
Well, that's my next question is like, how far are we into the new band? Where are we going with it?
Well, we had one practice, one rehearsal, and it was really, we're just, going through the songs. Like, I've got so many songs that we're just basically finding out which ones we want to, apply to this band, and what's going to be our sound and our style and all of that. And my drummer, he's also got several songs that he wants to contribute as well. And he's one that I can really bounce these ideas off of. And he really gives me good feedback. And, I'm like, is this shit? Like, should we just throw this one in the trash? Like, and he's like, maybe,
Oh, well, at least he's honest.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate. I want that honesty.
There.
Yeah, I want that honesty. Yeah.
So how bad are you just like fighting to get on the stage? I know there's some people out there just like, oh, I gotta get on that stage. That's where my home is. That's where my heart is. That's where I want to be. And so I'm like, I like it. It's great, but I'm more into this other.
Yeah, I mean, I love being on stage. I love feeding off the crowd and everything. But for me, I love the process of writing a song. And like the first time I get a song exactly like I want it, and nail it, and everybody's contributing their part, and you really feel it come full force. That's like, that's what really drives me and really gets me going. Like realizing what you can actually put together, and then the first time you do it the way you want to do it, that's it for me. Now once you get that, then you practice that, rehearse that, then you go share that with the world. But until you get,
well, how nervous are you to share with the world?
I'm not actually. I don't get nervous about it. Like. What's weird is like I could be in front of a crowd of 100 people, and I will be more nervous. Like if we're in a room and I'm jamming with just one person watching.
Versus more nervous. This one-on-one.
Actually, no, we're friends, so yeah, we're good. But like being in a room and and playing the music, then you actually start thinking, well, what do they think? Like the one person there is more. Messing with my mind than I would be in front of 100 people. Like my first real show that I played when I was 15, we played 3 songs at a talent show at the local high school, and I've been playing guitar for about a year. We played a Nirvana song, we did a couple of originals.
Playing for all your friends.
Yes, and that broke me of being scared at a show, because when you look out and you see 1,500 people in bleachers, staff, family, friends, everybody's there.
So you gave a shit.
Nobody did. Actually, everybody loved it. But I was white as a sheet. I was scared to death.
I was like, did you puke on the side?
No, I didn't. But I was nervous. I was sweating a bit. But once I did that, that kind of broke me of like, well, okay, now you've got 100 people watching it. I was like, okay, well, this is shit.
I'm not doing some funny people I know.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably going to give me crap later. Yeah. And I can do it for strangers.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
But like the sheer number of people at that show, 1,500 people staring at you, you're like, okay, you really got to bring it here. And then once I did that, every other show is just like, okay, it's just another thing.
You've got a good 20 plus years on your belt. So, this is not like...
No, it's nothing new.
Nothing new. Same old rodeo. So, what is the strangest gig you've ever done? Like, you walk in and you're definitely going, why am I here?
One time we played a show over at, I can't remember the name of it, but it's by the state line in Tennessee and Alabama. I think it was called Highway 43 Lounge, I believe. St. Joe. Okay. So we get there, and we've had the show booked for a while, and basically we get set up outside, and there's nobody there. I mean, literally nobody. So we basically play to advance. Like, well, we played for a little while, and the bartender come out and watched us, you know. But it was a rehearsal.
For one?
Well, I mean,
you still got paid though, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we got paid, but we weren't making much stuff back then.
I was going to say, even now, I don't feel local bands. I mean, the whole reason for me wanting to do the podcast, I feel that local bands don't get enough respect or acknowledgement that you guys are not out there for the money. You guys don't get paid what some of these other bands get paid.
Yeah.
So, but you're doing it for the love of the music. And so that's why I don't feel like you guys get enough respect for it. Because you're traveling, you're doing your own money, your own time, just to get out there and entertain people. Even those people that are very loose in their drink, and I've seen I've probably been one of those few.
Yeah.
You know, we're all fools.
I have to.
You know, we're all fools when we have our drink. But I also understand that you are trying to go sober. How's that going?
It's a daily struggle, actually. I was doing pretty good for a while, and
how long's a while?
not long enough.
Okay, couple of months.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that much.
Okay.
But
I mean, everybody's different. We all have to go through our own thing.
like I'd make it a week or two and slip back and do better. And it's hard to develop that mindset of committing to it.
No, I completely. I
Whenever you've been in the other mindset for so long, trying to break that habit, it's a daily struggle. It really is.
You are pouring more yourself into your music. I know you've mentioned that to me before, that you're pouring more yourself into your music and writing and creating. Do you feel that's been helping?
It does help. But sometimes, whenever you're not feeling it, you just kind of, I could do this and that would make it a little better. And
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Most generally it doesn't.
Because I know with some people, it just depends. It bothers them when they go out, like, no, I can't go out anymore, I can't do this anymore. Do you feel those restraints?
Well, I've never really felt that because I've actually been pretty much a homebody. The only time I go out to bars is when I'm playing in bars. Or once in a while I go out and watch a Contagion show,
Okay.
I
know we're going tonight.
Yeah.
Are you going tonight?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Okay. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I know I'll probably indulge a little, but I've got work afterwards, so I have to behave myself.
Well, you're going to work at like midnight or something?
I have an interview with a member.
Okay.
With a member,
I got you.
So he can't talk until then. So I'm like, we'll go on vacation. Like whatever. That's what I was telling you. It's like, we'll do what makes you comfortable. You want to go here at the studio, or you want to go on location where you're at. So it's all about people's comfort level.
Sure.
And I always want to make sure everyone has that. And that's all subjects. What do you want to talk about? What you don't want to talk about. Because everybody's different. We all have our own struggles in life, and we're dealing with them on our own pace. It's like we don't need to be judging anybody.
Very true. Very true.
Well, I love our talk. This has been great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can just continue. We can just keep talking, just keep doing.
Sure, yeah. Sure.
No, I appreciate you coming out and just having a moment with us.
Thanks for having me.
What are we run time?
24.
24, that's it? Oh, wow. So we can keep going.
Okay.
What else you got going on?
Lately, gardening.
Gardening?
Yes. About the last 3 or 4 years, I've been growing a garden. which is,
Sorry, my big berry.
everybody that knows me is like, you're gardening. I'm like, yeah, actually I am.
What do you have?
Corn, tomatoes, squash, and watermelons this year. In the past few years I've been...
So you change it every year?
Well, no, those are my four constants, but the last couple of years I've been green beans and carrots and, I'm missing something, okra, but, mostly, I like corn, tomatoes, squash, and, not much. But my dad, I've been learning from my dad, and he is like,
pretty close.
He's the expert, of course, yeah.
What about you and your brother? You got pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
So you got everybody. One life.
We have family, we got a big family. It's always...
How many siblings?
Oh, just the one brother.
Oh,
I have a stepbrother. He's really cool too.
Okay.
But I lost my mom when I was 19. Yeah. It was hard for us to go through that, but at the same time, it makes you kind of, for one, grow up like that, and two, it makes you appreciate the time you have, because you never know when that's going to be gone.
So do you still have the guitar? Guitar that your mom?
Actually, well, that's a long story.
Okay.
Yeah, it got stolen and sold, and I know, and I actually talked to somebody a couple years ago who knew where it went, and then he said, well, I know where you can find it. So I talked to the person who said to go find it, and he said, well, I actually gave that guitar to this other guy who died a couple years later, and then his parents now have that guitar and keep that, as a remembrance to him. And, basically, it's not only, it got stolen from me, and then the guy that I know that turned me on to the other guy that had it, his mom died whenever he had it for a little while, and then he gave it to another guy, and then that kid died. It's like, it's crazy how this death just follows around this guitar. It was like, you know what?
No, I don't know if you believe.
Just let it stay there.
I don't know if you believe certain things can carry energies like that with them.
I don't, but sometimes, you just gotta wonder.
When strange things happen, you kind of have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Sure, if it's that thought in your mind, you're like, I don't know, maybe I should just leave that there,
What do you feel like gardening helps with your creativity?
It is therapeutic, though.
Okay.
It helps with just getting out there and being with nature and just, trying to contribute something, and also just to grow your own food and not, have to buy the shit that they try to sell you in grocery stores. I just, preservatives and all this stuff. I mean, you find out and learn how to grow it naturally, you know what you got. You don't, all the stuff you buy in the grocery store, you don't know what you got.
Well, I think everything's just sprayed or
pesticides. It's just not good for you.
It's getting to the point where the meat's not even
Exactly.
healthy.
That'll be the next step, probably, start growing cows and stuff.
Well, I mean, you can invest in a cow.
I can, but I'm not.
Or you want to get attached to it. I'd get attached.
Yeah, I'd probably be attached.
Oh, come on. Look at poor little Jacob. We can't make a mistake.
Yeah. Just don't tell me who we're eating.
Do you hunt?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't hunt?
I don't have anything against it. I've never been a hunter. I was more of a fisherman when I was growing up, but I kind of fell by the wayside too.
I'll have to get you out fishing. I like it.
Mom's been trying to get me to go fishing for like 20 years, and I went a few times. My dad wants me to go get a license so I can go with him. I'm like, you and Ron just need to get together. These guys both want to fish all the time. So.
Well, you need to go with them.
Well, yeah, no, but I don't.
Or you don't have the patience.
I have the patience. I just don't have the time between work and gardening and music. and then, mowing the grass, painting house, and then you live alone. I mean, it's just, there's no time for anything.
Are we married? Are we single?
We're single.
Are we dating? Or what are we doing?
We're single.
We're single. Okay. You don't have kids?
Nope.
Do you want kids?
Not really.
See, now this is starting to sound like a dating service.
But my brother has 11 kids, so if I want a kid, I'll go borrow a couple from him.
11 children?
Yes.
He does know it costs that, right?
Yeah, well, he finally got
Stop
some.
drinking the water.
Yeah, he's just trying to make up for my lack of putting out in the world, I guess. So.
Okay. You ever wanted?
I mean, it's not that I didn't want it or did want it. I just kind of, if the timing's right, it happens, but
It just hasn't.
it just hasn't. And I'm fine with that,
Okay. I just know some people are just, I've got to have kids by a certain age, I've got to have X amount by this time.
Yeah.
They're good planners, you're not much of a planner.
Well, no, not in that aspect. I feel the Earth has way too many people as it is. 8 billion and counting, whatever. So
work tells me every day.
So, I mean, I think if two people get together, they can have one kid. Okay. And then the numbers start going down because you have one to replace either you or your spouse. But if you have 3, then you're adding to it. The more people are on this planet, the more we're going to just destroy it. And that's really just the truth of it.
Well, I feel like it's human nature to destroy. Because we were having a discussion before you came today. People are disgusting.
Yes.
Or just disgusting. I mean, we have to admit it. So we were talking about different genres of music, where certain ones have led to another. So it's kind of, you go to the 60s, you've got rock music, and it's progressing, and then you get metal music, it starts progressing.